What's up everyone, Dinebot here, and welcome back to Flight Sim and Favorite Places to Fly. Today we are going to be visiting the longest archipelago in the British Isles. That's right, we're headed to the Outer Hebrides, or the Western Isles as they are sometimes referred to. This is a chain of islands that are off the western coast of Scotland. And there's a lot to get into here. It is a very interesting area in terms of history, geology, archaeology. So let's go ahead and fly and check it out. Alright, as we get rolling here, I'll go ahead and say up front that there is probably a comment on this video, guys, that says that this doesn't look right because of the trees. That's going to come from a friend of mine that lives on the Outer Hebrides and has consistently told me that, hey, the way the sim depicts trees, we don't have trees. So, if you see that comment, just know that I knew it was coming. So, what are these islands? Well, as I said, they are an archipelago, the longest archipelago in the British Isles, separated from the Scottish mainland by the Outer Hebrides and a couple other minor seas. Now, there are a massive amount of islands in this chain. In fact, there are over 50 of them that are actually uninhabited, and there are scores and scores of archaeological sites out here, including some from formerly inhabited islands. Populations slowly declined over the years. A lot of those sites are from late medieval times. Now, as we turn, you'll notice a trend. A lot of these islands, particularly we are on the larger island, which is, I believe, Lewis. It's either Lewis or Harris. They're referred to as separate islands, even though they're connected by land, because I don't know, because reasons. However, we're not looking at massive populations here. As of the last census that I could find, the 19 inhabited islands had a total population of around 26,000 in 2022. Don't you notice the relatively flat, rolling land up to the hills, and a lot of this is covered in peat bog. A lot of the archipelago is protected habitat as well. There are 53 sites of special scientific interest in the area. And I do not have time to go into it, but there's a lot of controversy over hedgehogs. Perhaps my friend can shed some more light on that in the comments below. It is a beautiful place to fly over. Now, if you are going to live here, it's a cool climate. Although what I'm reading from various weather reports and sources on it doesn't quite jive with what I get firsthand from my friend that lives there. But average temperature is 44 degrees in January and 57 degrees in the summer, and you get 43 inches of rainfall average in Lewis. Now, the Hebrides, I mentioned the archaeological side of things, originally settled in the Mesolithic era and have a lot of prehistoric sites. The Colonish stones, which if you look up a picture, you're going to be reminded very much of Stonehenge. It's a stone circle with 13 primary monoliths. There's also the only site in the UK where prehistoric mummies have been found, and then Dun Carloway Broch on Lewis, which dates from the Iron Age. Now, there is a lot more history we could go into with this area, but I want to focus a little bit more on just what we're flying over. You'll notice the abundance of lakes. 24% of the lakes in Scotland are accounted for on these islands, and if we pull up the EFB and look here, you'll be able to see that quite readily. Now, I'm currently headed in a southerly direction. Scotland, of course, to our east right now, and you'll see the chain right here. There are only a few airports here, one of which happens to be on a beach. But yeah, just lakes upon lakes upon lakes. Some of those are also arms of the sea reaching inward, as you'll see below us right here. It is absolutely a beautiful place to fly. And from here, you can take a short hop over to Scotland. It is not that far. And then from there, further into the UK and on into Europe. If you're going to try to fly to North America, I wouldn't really recommend starting here. Haven't seen an airport that looks like it could handle a jetliner with the fuel to get across the Atlantic. So maybe not the best spot for you to try and make that trip. But again, plenty of places for you to make the hop to the greater UK and on over into Europe. And that will do it for today, guys. This is the Outer Hebrides. Thank you for joining me on this flight. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you really enjoy the content, hey, become a community member. As a reminder, guys, community is now open on YouTube, so you can chat with me there without having to resort to social media or other sources. But if you do want to, hop on into Discord. And that'll do it for me. I'm Dimebot. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time.